Well, hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Look at that. That is a blue sky. Yes, the weather has changed. It's broken. Paradise has returned. The blue sky, the blue Mediterranean Sea. And of course, Mr. Paul is dressed head to toe in blue. Welcome to the Breakfast Club. Let's go and see what's going on with the crew today. Miss Nessie, Miss Vivian, raring to go as usual. What about the boys? The twins, Double Trouble, Lord Simon, Lord Jeremy, sitting down doing bugger all as usual. Come on, boys. Alan's got his machine about to flick on. He wants a nice coffee and he's desperate for one of those rather nice cupcakes, that's for sure. And there's plenty of people on the sofas today. Let's have a big shout out to the people that are helping the channel to grow and putting that bit of benzene in the tank. Peter Tissot, thank you very much. A big shout out to you. If I'm pronouncing your name wrong, please correct me and tell me how to say it correctly. But I think it's Peter Tissot, superstar amongst superstars. Thank you very much for your contribution to the channel. And of course, the one and only, the Dame Anne. There's only one Dame on our show. Dame Anne, she's on the sofa as usual, and she's well, she's in charge of all the knighthoods and all those kind of things, and she's got a careful eye on Double Trouble. That's Lord Simon and Lord Jeremy, and she is thinking about calling the head removal crew yet again. And well, we all know what happens then. Mr. Doug comes into town, and well, murders happen. But of course, talking about murders, well, there's a man up in Scotland, and of course his name is Ronnie Miller. Welcome to the sofa. He's sitting on one arm, and of course on the other arm we've got Viking Ronnie. Yeah, Viking Ronnie's having his filter coffee. He's had a piece of malted toast, and he's looking forward to coming to downtown Paphos, and he's looking to staying at the hotel with a view in the old town, and it's the Alextheria Hotel. I think that's how you pronounce it. Great hotel. And if you go hunting in our back catalogue, you will find us storming that reception, especially for Mr. Ronnie, the Viking all the way up in downtown Denmark, who originally comes from Israel. So he was a former member of Mossad. So there you go, boys. If you don't behave yourself, we'll set Viking Ronnie on you. And of course, our partner in crime, the retired police officer, all the way up from one in Scotland, Ronnie Miller. And he'll dispose of the body, that's for sure. Along with another man up in Scotland, Mr. Doug. He's looking for some victims for his next book. And these road surfers, oh so sweet, Lady Caroline, are absolutely atrocious. So get your jumper onto the memory foam pillow and sit back. But just before you do, don't forget to pour a little bit of a dram for our partner in crime, Lord, the one and only Lord Nigel Big Guns. And he's frantically flicking through the Breitling catalogue, thinking, ooh, that's a nice one, ooh, that's a nice one. Haven't got that one yet, have you, Nigel? So when you come down to town, the girls in Cooler Shop, oh, they're looking forward to seeing you. Now, brace yourself, there's a pothole from hell. Wow, what do you think of that, Dizzy Blonde? What do you think of that one, eh? Pretty bad one as well. We have to get a bigger car, that's for sure. We are going to have to do it. So, who else has contributed towards the channel? Well, two superstars who were in town last week, and we had some great fun with them, and we did some karaoke and all sorts of things. John and Louise, thank you very much. Known to us all as the Barnhawks, and of course they'll be back in April for a great holiday, and they're even going to bring the baby Barnhawk. Well, she's not that much of a baby anymore. Miss Fern, good morning to you if you're watching, and of course my friend Harry the Keeper. He's a star amongst stars, and hopefully one of these days they're going to tie the knot. And if they do, well, if they're wise, they won't invite us to the wedding, that's for sure. So who else is in town? Who else is hanging out on those sofas, chomping on the cakes, enjoying the rather nice cheesecake and the profiteroles? That's what's getting made at the moment. And there's still a bit of walnut cake going on. And of course Dame Anne, well, she's tucking into a gluten-free pancakes. That's what she's having today. Gwyneth Walker, my friend all the way from Wales, and she understands that she doesn't like to drive a car, but she understands that, hey, it beats walking. Is that right, Gwyneth? Yes, it does. Moira and Kevin Taylor, thank you very much. Lynn and Angie Walker, thank you very much. Mark Stevens, thank you very much. And of course, Sean Broad, always in the car with me now, because we're always looking for a clapped out S-Class. That's the new plan. I'm dying anyway. And we're looking for an S-Class. So of course, whenever we go to look at one, we get Sean out of the trunk, or the boot in English, and he has a good nose around because he's a fabulous mechanic and a fabulous car bodywork man. But now he's realised and seen the light and gone on to do other great things, semi-retired, but now he does a bit of drug making. So he hangs out with my friend, my business strategist, Sir Richard, his beautiful wife, Julie Nash, and of course, my friend with a zapper. He's got his very own taser, Mr. Leo. And who else? Well, Nubika, a superstar amongst superstars, all the way from Slovakia, but now lives in the UK, and she's a star amongst stars. And of course, talking about stars, there is only one star, one superstar, all the way over in Poland, Miss Anna. Again, thank you for your contributions to the channel. Thank you very much. And if there's somewhere special that you would like us to go, or someone you'd like us to mention, a birthday mention, that kind of thing, you drop it in the comments, and guess what? It will happen, especially for you. So where are we? Well, those of you familiar with the channel understand that we have dropped down from Armou village through Konya village over the Limassol roundabout. We've just come past the new Neon Mall, which is where the Super DIY has relocated to. That's the home centre, because the home centre down here is, I think, currently open at the moment, but it's about to close down for good, and they're going to knock it all down, and they're going to build a 27-storey skyscraper. So if you're looking for that perfect view, this could be the place for you. And then right across the road there on the right hand side, if you're a football fan, yes, that's the Paphos football stadium. And there was a match going on there the other night, and a bit of violence and a bit of policing and all that kind of stuff, which normally happens in football matches anywhere in the world, doesn't it? So this roundabout here, if you were to go left, you would go out towards Yeroskipu, and if you kept going, you'd go towards Limassol. If you were to go right, you would go into Midtown Paphos, and you'd go past a black Mercedes parked on double yellow lines, on chevrons, across to a school, just down from a busy junction, and just down from the busy traffic lights. But hey, he's the mayor. He can park wherever he wants. He's a superstar amongst superstars. He's got huge plans for Paphos, by the way, and slowly but surely, he's taken us into the 21st century. We're now a smart city. There's things hanging on lampposts that tell us the temperature and the atmospheric temperature, and it's telling us about smart parking. But like I say, he doesn't know how to use the smart app, and neither do I. But luckily in Cyprus, you don't have to worry about that bit. As long as there's some double yellow lines, park your car up, strut into the shop, do a bit of gun barrowing, have a frappe, and then come out and tell the traffic warden to off. That's Cyprus for you. There you go. Hey, something here, unusual traffic lights, red traffic lights, and people have stopped, so we'll have to stop. What a shame. Slowing us down. It's like a traffic jam from hell. Dizzy Blonde, are you watching? It's a traffic jam from hell. It's gridlock. Look at it. Come on. Come on. Let's get ourselves whizzing down the M62, the tree-lined avenue. Look at that for a pothole. Brace for yourself. Whoa, wow. Look at that for a pothole. It's everywhere, absolutely everywhere on this road. But this is the tree-lined avenue down to Paradise, and that's where we're going. And we're going to get a look at the blue Mediterranean Sea. It's still a bit chopsy, if you understand me. And Dawn, Mr. Sean, Miss Daisy, Mr. Bobo the dog. If you are curious to know what the temperature is, it's still a bit chilly. It's 15 degrees, 10:30 in the morning, first week of February. So that's a little bit chilly by our standards. And, well, it's not too bad. We know that it's not too bad. Now, I want to do a big shout out to some superstars back up in Scotland there, because apparently it puts a smile on her little face. And I'd love to see it. So wait for it, sit back and relax. There's a king, there's a queen, and there's a princess living up there. And they are very, very special people indeed. My cuz, King James, the greatest graphic artist in the world. He's designing the logos from Rika and me. And he's got his very own queen. And her name is Queen Karina. And of course they've got a daughter. And she's the only princess who will ever be. The only princess that will ever reside on the channel known as Marika and me. Princess Dali, a very, very good morning to you. And I hope I've brightened your day, and I hope you've had a fabulous day, or you're going to have a fabulous day. And you're going to have a fabulous day every single day for the rest of your life, I promise you. So, good morning to you, Prince Darling. Feast your eyes and digest. We are now in downtown Paphos. You've got various businesses and shops and taxi firms. You've got a Greek grill over here. You've got Veronica Hotel coming up on the left-hand side. A few people have booked in there, obviously. And then just down here, you've got the Avanti Hotel. And then the Avanti Village is to the rear of that. It's a bit confusing, I know that. But then right in front of us, that is the Olympic Lagoon. The hotel, very, very popular with a lot of people. We love it, and they like to throw us out now and again. But there we go. And then to our right is the area known as the Triangle. Plenty of restaurants, plenty of bars. You've got Michael's car rental over there if you want a car. And there's all sorts of bits going on. There's plenty of things for you in downtown Paphos, that's for sure. And then this is the Ampura Resort on the left-hand side. And then there's a car park just down here, which is the Anesthesia Beach Bar, where we like to go and climb the snake. And then the next hotel, that's the Armou 5-star luxury hotel. And whenever I come past this hotel, I always think of one man, a man in downtown Manchester, and his name is Joe Cox. Beautiful wife called Miss Julie. And last time they checked in, they're coming again next year, by the way, but last time they checked in, the sister Kath came with them. She celebrated her 50th birthday, and her partner in crime, Mr. Colin, he had his birthday, and he was 53 years young as well. Next hotel, well, it doesn't need much of an introduction. It's called the Great Alexander the Great Hotel. There's Alex on his horse Stavros. That's the main reception coming up now, and there's a lot of people who like to check in here. Dame Anne, oh yeah, she moseys on down to Paphos twice a year, books into a top floor room, and well, melts her eyes as she watches the sunset, that's for sure. And of course, normally, oh so sweet Lady Caroline checks in there with Nigel Big Guns, but this time they're going to defect and go to the Olympic Lagoon. And of course, they're going to bring with them, well, the one and only superstar Miss Ellie. She's coming to town. So they're waiting to see all the improvements, but don't worry, we'll go and investigate that hotel and keep you abreast. So this is the final stretch now of the Hotels Road, and the last hotel here on the left is the Annabelle, and then there's restaurants and bars, and that's Maria's shop where you can get a nice discount on some jewellery. There's Mario's Diamonds. Oh my god, it's open. Let's keep going. And that's the Royal Restaurant. That's going to open up next week. And then to the rear of that, of course, is the Dionysus Central Hotel, and that will be opening up next week, just in time to welcome two superstars to town who just happen to have their very, very own YouTube channel. And of course, that is Andrew and Mart. Pop it in the search bar and go and have a look, and you can watch them mosey on down, wiggling and waggling as they race around with their octopus, which changes from red to black and eventually to blue, in the back streets of Norfolk and in the main capital city of Norwich. Very, very interesting indeed. Go and have a look. And while on the subject of other YouTubers, why not go and check into Nessie and Andy's Travels? And they wiggle and waggle in and around North Shropshire, and now and again they even cross the border, because Nessie, the London girl, wants to improve her Welsh, so they pop over to North Wales. And in fact, only yesterday they were moseying on down in my hometown of Ruthin. Yes, and they went up to the Ponderosa Cafe, and well, I'm not going to say what they did. I think they had a coffee in there, and you never know, they might have even spoken to my friends Sam and Simon, who own it, and his mum and dad owned it before them, and by now maybe they may have retired, and maybe the boy and the daughter may have it, I'm not sure. But no, they're only my age, so they're pretty young, if you understand me. So they'll still be in control, that's for sure. Anyway, where are we? Downtown Paphos Harbour and Promenade area. Have a look at that. Feast your eyes and digest. Like I say, the rains have subsided, and there's still a bit of a blustery wind going on, and the sea is still a bit chopsy, but overall a vast improvement from what it was a couple of days. And a big shout out to my little boy sitting next to me. He's been very well behaved, and he's guided us, and of course his name is Kenny Roberts, all the way from up in Yorkshire. And we understand that your birthday's coming up very, very soon, Kenny. So we'll have a special treat for you, that's for sure. Paul Roberts, big shout out to you. And of course, a big shout out to my Christian friend, Nicole Roberts. Hope you're doing all right. There we are. Let's have a quick drive into the place where they park the buses, because our man up in Denmark is very curious to know about the bus station, and this is the bus terminal in downtown Paphos Harbour area. Look at that. Let's squeeze down the side. This chap is on his mobile phone. So there you go. Slowly but surely it's coming to town. They're putting the roofs on, as you can see. Can we get out down here? Probably not. There we are. So we've got to do a complete U-turn. So we'll say thanks for watching. If you like what you see, hit the like, click subscribe, and why not come back for that little bit more of my complete and utter madness. And if you want to watch the channel grow, why not go through to our about page, where you could consider to buy us a coffee or two. That's how the channel is funded. And if you want us to do something special for you, a shout out, a special visit, that's how it gets done. And here we go. Look at that for a blueness. The sea's quite high, by the way. It's a bit chopsy, as you can see. But I think this little drive-through, as we're going to call it, bus terminal, is going to be very, very nice indeed when it's done. Great place. And the harbour, by the way, it's coming along nicely now. So we'll update you once or twice a week, that's for sure. So there you go. We're now trapped in by a man with a public toilet on the back of his lorry. Let's give him a toot, shall we? No? What's he doing now? He was going to close the gates. There we are. So he's collected his toilet and he's taking it home. He had a nice smile on his face, as you notice on camera. He saw the fun. We'll give him a toot. He's thinking, what the hell is that foreigner doing behind me in a Mercedes with a silly stick in his hand? There we go. Right. This is the main car parking area. And now he's decided to go home. Can't be bothered about closing the gate, he says. I'm going home for a frappe. Can't blame him. It's a bit chilly. I'm going to go and get myself a cup of tea. Thanks for watching. But I'll leave you with a great view of the chopsy mopsy blue Mediterranean Sea. Have a look at that. Wow. Takes your breath away. Get yourself on a big bird or a canoe. Start paddling like crazy, because Paphos is quite simply waiting for you. Thanks for the company, Kenny. You're a star amongst stars. You really are. Which way should we go now? Do you want a breakfast? Yeah? Come on. Let's go and get a breakfast and a can of Coke. It always pays to be nice and polite. Why not? As you can see, they are mucking about. And here's a man here now. Look at this. Look at this man. Look at that man there. Look at him. Look at him. Look at that man. Look at that man. Yeah, that was Marios. There we are. Marios from the Alamo. And of course, he's going to go and check on his restaurant in the harbour area. One of our great fans, he just didn't realise it was me. He was too busy watching all the cobblestoning going on. So there you go. Thanks for watching.